So
yeah. Let's
Okay.
no, but I think we should.
Should we break that down? Alpha and beta, or should we break down the pills?
We should
Like both.
break
I
down
guess
the
they're all
pills.
confused.
Break down the pills. The pills.
The pills.
Blue pill.
Ecstasy. MDMA.
Nah, blue pill, man. Most people.
Starts off with blue pill.
Most people are all in the blue pill state. Well, most guys.
Yeah,
sorry.
100%.
Most guys.
Probably 80, 70%.
Oh,
More than,
I don't even
more
know.
than 50, surely. Dude.
Definitely more than 50%
Yeah.
of guys are in. I don't know whether
What
it's
is it?
their environment or
What is the blue pill?
blue pill. I think it's when they're oblivious to like the nature and the psyche of women. They don't truly understand women like the other pills.
Yeah.
So they
The psyche, yeah. Because they've been manipulated by mainstream media pushes that narrative that
yeah
it's all like a fairy tale.
exactly.
And then what happens is that's not true with female nature. So
Yeah, that's right.
everyone wants to be like, oh yeah, you know, you get a girl, she'll stay with you forever, whatevs. And then female nature is that she'll leave you for like a high value man.
Well, that delves into hypergamy.
Yeah,
that's
no,
that statement.
reaches
But yeah, no, definitely you don't understand. If I'm just say from me example, I was once blue pill, where I'm
pretty sure everyone's blue pill because you
Yeah.
come up in the mainstream.
But I think your environment actually, not only not your external influences, but also your sort of within your household. If you haven't got the right male role model or the right foundation, then I think that can also contribute to like how you perceive women and how you can let them manipulate you or you go along with things.
Yeah, but I think that's
too easily.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I grew up.
girl can't teach you how to be like non-blue pill because girls aren't really red pill,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to women.
Yeah.
But I think that's more of a beta thing.
Hmm.
Like not beta, but it's like you're too much into your emotions rather than your
That's
logic.
right. Exactly.
So then you don't learn about the red pill shit.
Yeah.
You're too captivated by it.
Well, that's
But
right.
So when it comes to blue pill you're pretty much in the mainstream. Everything's based on, your whole mind has been conflicted by the mainstream media's narrative.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you go into the red pill, which is pretty much you understand and you're like experienced in these aspects.
Definitely. But yeah, I definitely feel it's not only external influences like mainstream media, but it's also where you'd say your external influence is your parents. If you don't have the right if you don't have the right foundation, then it's going to contribute to how you act when you're older or how you react.
Yeah, that's like alpha and beta.
Yeah, exactly.
So we should keep
So-
describing
but blue pill is that you reacting with emotion rather than logic in a relationship.
Nah, because there's heaps of dudes that could like, I mean, yeah, that's beta.
No, but that's blue pill as well. Blue pill.
Yeah, but red pill guys can still act emotionally anyway.
Well, they're in the process of, but they understand it, so they're working towards understanding it.
Yeah, but the parents don't really matter that much when it comes to blue pill, red pill, and all
So you're
that.
saying,
It's just understanding.
you're saying if you don't grow up with a male role model, that you're saying if you grow up with just a mum and a sister, there's more of a chance of you being a beta blue pill.
I'm saying it depends what you experience.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's what, no, I'm
it's-
asking you a question. Like, do
I mean, you
you
can understand the
do you
terminology.
think if you just grew up with your mum and your sister, do you reckon you would be more inclined to be more influenced to be a blue pilled person growing up, or do you reckon you'd be red pill?
It all depends on the person and your experience in life. Because, dude, when you go, like, say, school and, like, you're doing all this stuff and you're, like, playing footy, it's like saying, would you have a better chance of playing footy if you're, like, in a girl environment?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Like, if you're, like,
Yeah,
raised
if
by
you're-
your mum, would that matter you playing football?
Probably not, but there can still be footballers that are blue pill.
Yeah, 100%. But, like,
That's what I'm saying. So,
but I'm talking about how...
no, I'm saying that I'm going down to the deep roots. Is that your parents have a major influence on how you are when you grow up. It's like whether they're married and they have a good relationship, or they don't have a good relationship. So then that means that if you have parents that are still married, then it pretty much means that your dad's either in a blue pilled state, or he's in a purple pilled state.
Yeah, purple. But purple pill and
but
red
most
pill are the
like-
same thing. Like, they're not the same, but they're saying, like, the difference is understanding.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like, if you understand about female nature and, like, how the world operates, then you're red pill.
Yeah.
But then you could be purple pill as well.
Yeah.
But that means you could still raise a son and be purple pill.
Yeah, I guess.
But blue pill.
But what do you mean? So that means that you can't distinguish whether or not they're purple pill or blue pill because they can be blue pill and have no idea. They could
Yeah,
be
because you know when you talk to them.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, bruh, you know female nature, yeah? And they're like, yeah, he knows. And then, but the blue pill.
I'm saying there's more chance if you're in a female environment only growing up, and you have no male role model. There's more chance that you're going to see women and you're going to worship women and you're going to do everything for women, and you're not going to be a red-pilled person.
Yeah, but
you're not. You're not, dude.
Yeah, dude, you can.
You're not.
Because what if you get heaps of chicks, and then you learn about female nature early? Like, what if you're like
you may, but the chances are you're going to come home and they're going to be reacting emotional and they're going to be reacting like in their own masculine frame, and you're going to be taught to act like that the same way. You mimic those patterns, mate, when you grow up.
Maybe, but you could also like pimp and understand like the girls because you're around girls.
Maybe.
You know
I haven't met anyone that every guy that I've met that comes from just a female environment, it reacts emotionally.
Yeah,
I've never met no pimp that comes from with no male role model.
Yeah, but
that's just my personal experience. So.
Yeah, but you don't. It's hard because I don't. You don't.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
The rest red pill, I'm going to tell you the red pill.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's true.
It will, but you have to like delve into it.
Unless you're me and you just state it to the women when you're out in the clubs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it up. But yeah, you hoes ain't shit. They're just like,
yeah.
Bitch, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
You gotta leave me next week when I lose my job. Anyway. But yeah, the red pill is you understanding female nature. Plus, you understand the whole way the world operates, which is like basically like the world's fake and shit.
Yeah, and no, red pill. You just understand that. You understand how women react to certain things. You understand how they test you without even knowing that they're trying to test you. It's just a subconscious thing that they do.
Yeah, because red pill's going extinct. I mean, it's coming back now, but it went a little bit extinct because back in the day, it's like we all knew that men are going to reach a higher level than women based on nature, not based on athleticism, based on the fact that it's harder for us to get girls than it is for a guy to get a girl to get a guy.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's like the red pill basics.
Yeah.
No shit going on with red pill, and then there's purple pill, which is because red pill you don't want to commit to a relationship because you're like all these girls are just.
No, but you've had experiences where a girl has either cheated or a girl is having sex with another guy, and then you realise that you can't trust them. So then that makes you stay in a red pilled state for longer. But then you get to the point where potentially you meet a girl that you start to she breaks you down a little bit, and you start to feel like it could be, or you're tired of the game. But most likely is you're sick of being you're sick of chasing you're sick of chasing women. So then you start to settle down, but you're also on your grind still and doing your purpose.
Shit. Don't know if I recorded this, or maybe I did.
Yeah. Go see.
I'll see.
Pause.
Oh, pause. I'll see. Oh no, just recording. Oh, good.
That's a blooper. That's a blooper.
Yeah, so the red pill you got like multiple rotation of girls because you don't want to settle down.
Yeah.
Because you understand like female nature or whatever, and like.
Yeah.
And then purple pill is you go on a relationship, even though you know that from time to time the girl might cheat.
That's
but
right.
She goes out with her girlfriends, girls night out,
But the point is that like Patrice O'Neill, one of the greatest comedians.
One of the goats.
One of the greats. He always stated that being in the purple pill mindset, that you've always got to remind them that you can do the same thing. So you can go off and get anyone that you want.
Yeah, you're gonna maintain your masculine frame.
That's right. So at any time you can go off and leave, and because you have an abundance, and then that leads into what AMS says, is that you have an abundance mindset. So it all interrelates. It all connects. So basically, it's just being aware all the time. And whenever you get tested, it's whenever you're getting tested, and they're trying to get you to react emotionally, that you understand to remain cool and calm and just never raise your voice, never go out of that low vibrational like tone that you have, masculine tone, if you AKA.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, but it's up to you guys. If you want to go on the purple.
So the difference between alpha beta, because alpha's more like alpha male. We'll just break these down. So red pills, you understand pretty much how the world operates and you're experienced in female nature.
In particular to women.
And then there's blue pill, which is you believe all the mainstream media narrative.
Yeah.
Which is like life's a fairy tale and whatever happened. Like,
Yeah, you just believe.
there's
whatever
even
else-
further than women. It's like blue pill about like, oh, like you think like presidential elections matter, like
Yeah.
your vote matters type thing, rather than it's just like
Yeah,
a charade.
Exactly.
And then there's purple pill, which is still on the base of women. There's no purple pill about the world.
No,
It's
it's just
pretty much
more.
you're going to settle for girls. It's pretty much dudes that like getting old and they can't be bothered anymore for partying, going out and getting girls.
Yeah, exactly.
And just like want to stay home and stand their grind.
Yeah.
Now the difference between alpha and beta male, they always get misconstrued
Okay.
by the beefy meathead in the gym.
Mm.
That everyone like acts like that's an alpha. Every time you say something like you call someone a beta, it makes you seem like you're calling yourself an alpha, and it seems like you have insecurity issues.
Yeah, exactly.
But really, an alpha is it's someone that's like chasing their purpose and chasing life.
That's right.
And chase
It's got
trying
nothing
to
to
always-
do. It's got nothing to do with.
It's got nothing
the
to do
way
with
you
muscles.
look.
It's got nothing to do with like the people with the muscles and like the walk around and like talk and like with deep like not with deep voice but like talk like they're the best.
Yeah.
It shows their insecurities.
That's right. And the one thing
which means that they're like going to the beta
And
because
just-
they emotionally care too much.
Yeah, and to add, the one thing that I've learned is the guys that are talking too much are the ones that aren't alpha, obviously, because you should be listening more anyway.
Yeah.
You should be quiet. You should be You should be more quiet, and you don't need to be goofy and be comedic. Your comedy. If you're truly a funny person, it can come through and you can express it in a masculine way.
Yeah.
You don't need to be all goofy and
Yeah.
and beta.
I'm talking about more of
I know what you're saying though.
what your actions rather
Yeah,
than like
yeah,
how you portray
exactly.
yourself.
Yeah.
Because you wanna like the alphas are the ones that are like leading the people.
Mm.
Like not every person, but like the people that are close to them to do better, like
Exactly.
the family,
Yeah,
the friends, and like always like positive mindset.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Betas are the ones
remaining calm in stressful situations or
that- yeah, and like looking further in life rather than because life is like what, like 80 years.
yeah,
You better as well take advantage of it
exactly.
and like try and be the best version of yourself and chase greatness or perceive greatness, and then you're chasing like happiness within yourself by always on the process, always on your purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the beta males are the ones that are actually the ones that are like
Yeah,
insecure.
they see one
meatheads,
step in
that'll
front.
be negative and like won't really see anything past. It's like they see like a peephole. They're seeing a peephole of the world. They're not really seeing the whole world and
Yeah,
expanding their
yeah,
mind.
100%.
And they're just in that narrative, and then they
And that's why I
kind of
always,
resent people that try and do it.
and that's
so
why I
they become
always,
haters.
and that's why I always like say to people now, like if I ever am speaking to a younger generation or like a younger male,
Mm.
I'll always say to them, just go and find yourself.
Yeah.
Like first, go and live by yourself. Go and understand yourself. Test yourself, and and then because you can't be with someone in a purple pill relationship unless you've lived by yourself or unless you know yourself.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, those insecurities will come out when you live with that person. Because you'll be with that person every day.
Yeah.
You know, if you're with the girl, you're moving with a girl, and you don't yet know yourself, or you've got insecurities that you can't handle, then that's gonna show your weak hand, your card,
Mm.
and it's gonna make you be perceived as a beta.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna be operating in a masculine, and she's gonna think, well, why am I with this guy? He can't control himself. He doesn't know how to control himself in stressful situations or when I
Yeah.
test him. So the point is just go find yourself through life. Don't be getting into relationships early on.
Yeah. But it doesn't really matter about that. It's
Yeah,
more
but-
about. I mean, that ties in with
Yeah.
finding yourself. But the way you find yourself is by testing yourself.
Yeah,
and then
exactly. Testing yourself.
Always challenging yourself. So then that's what the alphas do. They test themselves and challenge themselves so they
Mm.
can see the next like. It's like training on gravity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like the higher gravity you go, the
Yeah.
stronger you're gonna get.
that's right.
So putting yourself under pressure
Yeah,
is going to make you stronger, and then you'll be able to like do a lot of self-reflection whilst you're challenging yourself, because
Yeah.
that's pretty much what a challenge is.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
like really testing yourself and seeing what you're worth.
Mm.
The challenge isn't like, oh yeah, do like 100 push-ups a day. It's getting out and doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's the
then
thing.
you don't want to do it, but then you say, nah, I've got to do it. And
That's-
then that's when you do it, and then that's the challenge in itself.
And that's
how
one-
you test
and
yourself,
that's
and that's
one-
where you get the self-confidence from. And that's where the confidence you can bring in, which will help other people.
That's the thing. Like if you're
Spitting.
if you're in bed with a girl as well, if you're in bed with a girl and you have that sort of hesitation whether or not to get up, that's that feeling of contentness that you have because you're with that girl
Yeah.
and you're in this warm environment and it's making you feel good, but you need to move past that and act in an alpha masculine way by saying, I need to get up and go for the run. I need to get up first. That's the first step. And push past this warm, fuzzy feeling of being comfortable. You can come and have that again, whenever you want. But the point is, you still needed to remain on your purpose and do exactly what you said you were going to do, whether or not she came over the night before to sleep over.
Yeah.
Which is go up and go for that run.
100%.
So you don't let anything remove you. And I mean, I still struggle with that sort of stuff every day.
It's hard. Like that's why, the challenge is hard.
But it's all about if you express these sort of things to other people, it might wake people up.
Yeah.
And they might realise what they're doing wrong. Well, it's not saying doing wrong, but they might make them assess their life and say, okay, I can improve. Yeah. So
that goes into our next point of pretty good what do you call those things where you like
segment?
Yeah, segue.
Yeah.
Segue. In our current predicament. So obviously, once you go blue pill, you can't go red pill because it's like riding a bike. Can't really forget how to ride a bike or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like once you go there,
it's just
you can't go back.
Yeah, you learn how to ride the bike better, more efficiently, more effectively. You learn to navigate the bike to a place quicker.
Yeah, right. So I hate using 360.
Yeah.
But so our predicament is we're red pill. Well, blue pill originally, as you are.
Yeah.
And then red pill, and now we're going into this purple pill state.
Purple pill stage. It's a feeling of
it's an interesting feeling. It's almost like a new challenge in itself, which is exciting, but it's risky.
It's the unknown. I don't know. It's making me. It's like because basically you're delving back into sort of blue pill territory, but with a different understanding of everything. Yeah. So you're like you're walking in. But you know what you're going to expect, and there's going to be all these temptations. Like example, you'll be, I don't know, just things that she might try to niggle you, but this time you won't react emotionally. You'll react logically instead of reacting. You'll know that she's doing it subconsciously to test you. So then you'll react in a different way by remaining silent.
Yeah, and once you're red pill, you understand a lot more of the tactics.
You don't need, and the thing is, you don't need to always talk all the time and if she speaks to you and she's trying to niggle at you, you can remain silent and just say, let's talk about something else, or you just change the topic.
Yeah, you can't react emotionally.
Can't react emotionally. That's the main thing. So, but yeah, delving into this purple pilled stage, it's definitely hard.
It's gonna be interesting because do you reckon you better stay on your purpose?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's what we say now, but we should be able to.
But I'm not going to put myself in an environment like I'm still going to be by myself, and I'm still going to try to time when I see, women. But I'm going to remain on my purpose and my grind.
Yeah.
The main thing is like you said, getting up every day. Getting up is the first step. Yeah. And then once you're up, you're already halfway there to do for the process of doing whatever, whatever you said you were going to do. So.
Yeah, it should be interesting because. You're still gonna be your dream, as in like my Betty.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be
more
of a test. Not more of a test, but I won't see her that much because the gym's coming back in a couple of 10 days, something, 9 days.
Yeah.
So then they're gonna come back and then
the gym will definitely help.
Like work, gym, then potty shit.
That's another thing we always preach is like the gym. I think men need the gym. The gym is not. Firstly, men should reach their physical potential.
Yeah.
Physical prime. They should. Every man should.
Yeah.
That's what you should be on.
No excuse. That's the thing. There's no excuse for not doing it because you're in control of that. If you don't get the promotion or you don't get like a mad CEO job or like a random union job.
We're back. Now get that point across.
Dude, I can't even remember what we were talking about.
You were talking about...
if you don't get the CEO job, like everyone should hit the gym, because say you don't get the CEO job, the union job, the really good job, or like, whatever.
Yeah, you don't get the promotion, you don't get the opportunity or whatever.
This could tie into even like race and stuff. Say you get held back because of like your race or you're a woman or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like based on... You can still go to the gym, you go into the gym, there's nothing stopping you from not going to the gym unless it's obviously closed, or getting fitness. There's nothing that stops you except for you. It's not external, it's all internal.
Exactly.
So that's like the base point of where you should be.
Where
you should start. That's like your base level.
But that's why
that's the foundation.
That's why we preach about. That's why we preach about focusing on yourself instead of other people, because you've got all these external influences. Whether it's because of your race, if it's your race holding you back, like you're blaming past experiences or ancestors. and other people are preaching that to you, you need to do some self like evaluation of you and where you are in the current situation in your life, and go, okay, what can I do now? What can I do now to better myself? Doesn't matter where you're at. Doesn't matter where you're at. If you're dealing with poverty, that's the. I mean, I can't. I mean, it's hard for me to have an opinion on this, because that's something that I've never experienced. Like,
yeah, but even if you are in poverty, But what's your point?
My point is that with whatever you're dealing with, and is finding something within yourself that you can grab onto, and then use that motivation within yourself to then find something that can actually improve yourself. So, like the gym, if the gym is got, self-evaluation of yourself, and then you realize that the gym is a way to remove all these negative people in your life, because if you're at the gym, then you're not dealing with negative people, headwinds. So like you're saying, the gym is that place where it can build your self-strength, and
But even if you have all these external factors that are holding you back, realistically, they can't hold you back that much forever.
Yeah.
Like, say you have 16 hours in a day, you sleep for 8.
Yeah.
That's if you sleep for 8, you sleep for less.
Yeah.
So gym it for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then all that other time, upskill, look for work.
Yeah, exactly.
When you get a job, work as much as you can.
Yeah,
plus do
work
the gym.
work two jobs.
Work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Work 1 job and try and upskill with the rest of your time.
Yeah, exactly.
Or work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
First get the skills, and then start building. Yeah.
Yeah, it
doesn't matter.
The world's everywhere. You could do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't
Dude,
matter.
you could work 9 to 5 and then just upskill, and then you eventually that upskill get the degree or whatever, or to get the qualification, and then go into that field, and then you just keep up earning more money that way.
Yeah, and
it's got nothing to do with your race. There's no law that says you can't do it if you're
But people,
black,
I think humans making excuses is just it's a common thing. No matter what, if someone lives if it's a middle class person and they've got access to universities, they still make the excuses that a degree doesn't get you anywhere. Like that's the excuse they use. It's like, well, no, if you go to university and you get the degree, it's how you utilize the degree.
Yeah,
you can still utilize that degree in an entrepreneurial way and be your own boss.
Yeah.
It's just what human nature is. We're making excuses in any environment we're in. Even if someone at the top will make an excuse for something that has happened.
Yeah,
it's like own it. It's if it's happened to you, and it's because you've made the wrong choice, or you've relied on others instead of relying on yourself. Then that's something you need to take.
It's just I don't know anyone that grinds say just day after day after day and is not at a point where they can't maintain a happy living.
Yeah.
Towards the people that are stuck and unemployed and that, complaining that they're not where they want to be, and they're smashing bongs, smashing beers.
Yeah.
It's bruh, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. And that's that comes from first-hand experiences watching it. We've seen that.
Yeah.
So I mean, we don't speak ill of people in different environments that we haven't actually seen. So.
Yeah, we're not judging. We're just saying there's nothing holding you back more than yourself.
Yeah, well, exactly, definitely.
That's how it is, mate.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Definitely.
All right, that was heavy.